Hi guys, this is Drew Presta. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be doing this one with you guys. I'm gonna do some Q&As, and so you guys can kind of get to know me a little bit more and kind of keep updated on me and just more facts. So let's get started with question number 1. So what type of dwarfism do I have? So mine is metaphyseal dysplasia, which basically means that I'm just short. I don't have different size limbs. Mine is really rare, so I actually don't see many like me that have the same type, because I don't even have the same symptoms as a lot of other dwarfisms. A lot of them have trouble with their ears, or if they have bowed legs, or they usually just have a lot of frequent surgeries with a lot of their neck problems, their head issues. So I never really had that growing up. I've never had those type of issues. I've actually had more just normal problems, I guess. I've had scoliosis, but that wasn't due to my dwarfism, so anybody can get it. Thank you. And I also had my appendix out. So those are only the 2 major surgeries I've actually had. None actually like contributing to my dwarfism or the cause of it. The most thing, I guess, just about my dwarfism is I actually have super thin hair, which I think I mentioned in the last YouTube episode segment. So if you don't know, go back to that one. But we actually have really thin hair, and a lot of other little people, they have really thick hair. Okay, so question number 2 is, where am I from and what nationality do I have? God, I get this like so many times. And usually I just kind of just go, I'm like, oh, I'm just me. But I was born in San Francisco, and then I had moved to Reno, Nevada, and I ended up growing up there. And then I came to California to go to school, which I graduated in June. Yay me. And that's where I'm from. But my nationality, I am Puerto Rican, Sicilian. So, and that makes sense because I absolutely adore food. You guys, I'm such a foodie. Like, completely. I'm such a pasta person. Pasta is my favorite. Good God and almighty Jesus. And if I can find the best Puerto Rican restaurant here in Los Angeles, anybody drop that comment real quick, please. Thank you very much. Thanks. Okay, guys. Question number 3. Am I the only person in my family with dwarfism? Yes. I have an older sister, and she is average height, and both of my parents are average height as well. So I was the only one in my family. Throughout my whole family, on both sides, I am the only little person to ever kind of be mentioned or, discovered or, stuff like that. So I haven't gone back to like my roots or, like the family tree or anything. I would love to do that one day. But as far as I know, I have been the only one in my family bloodline. So number 1. Okay, so question number 4. How did I feel growing up being the only little person in my family? Well, honestly, I didn't really think that I was any different until you guys started noticing that I was different. I honestly thought, I was like, oh, I'm just a short kid, like, whatever. I see people of different fucking heights all the time. And then I ended up going to like kindergarten, like first grade, and I started to see the reactions from other kids, from other parents. They didn't really know what to do. They didn't know what to say. As the school didn't, either. I was kind of like the first little person being, I guess, introduced in this town at the time. So it was kind of new just for everybody, my parents, me, my sister, kind of like dealing with all like the backlash and like, oh, that's your sister, oh, and all that type of bullshit. So it was different, like I definitely learned throughout the process, just like everybody else. I learned that, I really have to voice my opinion if something isn't right, or if I'm not comfortable, or if I can't reach something, or if I can't do something, or if I like physically literally can't do something like in a PE, or if I was in gym, doing maybe 20 years, like 18, 19 years to really understand that asking for help is okay. And it's better on your joints, not for you to do it. Let the other tall people do it, I can simply just ask somebody to get it instead of climbing the shelves to get it. That's kind of, I had to really learn that, like I was taught independency, but I really had to learn when to apply it and when to just let it go. So, too, I also had to really adjust to the comments and the emotions coming with that, because I just simply wasn't understanding. I'm like, why are these people being so mean to me? I'm just living my life, doing me, being a child, wanting to play and run around and, like go with the boys and go mudding and biking and, like I didn't understand why I was getting so much hate and bullying done. And I really had to understand that I can't put my anger so much on the kids, because it was just that they didn't understand. And I really had to understand that. I'm like, I can't get mad at somebody for something that they don't understand. So, throughout my whole time, I kind of was always realizing, okay, so I have to really start educating these mofos, or nothing is ever going to be done and I'm not ever going to be respected. So this is what you need to say to me instead. And I am not a child, so do not touch my head, do not pick me up, and do not coddle me, please. I'm just standing here minding my business, in the grocery store with my mom, in the bank with my dad. Leave me be. I've learned a lot of independency. I've learned a lot of dependency. I've learned I'm still managing and learning how to control my emotions towards the public. It was an adventurous life growing up as a little person. You got to see things from a whole different perspective than an average type person. You kind of see things that you guys kind of miss, I can eavesdrop on so many conversations and nobody will have an idea or clue that I'm standing there. It's the best. So watch out, just saying. So I was the best at hide and seek as a kid. I won the limbo contests all the time, so I got amazing prizes. And I always said that I had the celebrity life without the benefits, because I was always watched. I was always looked at. I was never missed, People always wanted pictures. They wanted to point. They wanted to say something. They wanted to come up and talk to me. And I'm just like, I'm just trying. I'm not doing it. I'm just trying to go home. I'm just trying to go home. But I've learned patience. So I've learned a lot of patience throughout this process as well. It's better to educate you than to just get pissed off and, cause a big scene in the middle of the store. So it's been a roller coaster, but it's more of an adventure than anything. So what have I learned on this journey of becoming a model, moving to Los Angeles, being a student at the same time, discovering yourself, because I moved here only when I was 18 years old, you guys. I was 2 weeks out of graduation of high school, and I was like, peace, I'm going to LA. So, and I did the summer program at my school. So, what was it like being the only LP, LP is slang for little person. So, I completely just learned and discovered, and still discovering, self-love, just even for myself. I really have to take the time to really understand, LA has a great image that they like to portray to everybody. That it's this glamorous lights with these flashing lights, and it's all on you, honey, and you gotta work it. But it's so much more difficult than that. You really have to learn how to love yourself and stop comparing yourself to all these LA models who portray that this is how you need to look in order to get what you want, or to get the brands or the modeling gigs that you want, and that is completely untrue. So I really had to fight my own even mental state that you do not need to look like this in order to be this. In order to get this, you do not need to get that. You don't need to be this way. So, I really had to learn and understand, yeah, bitch, I got small tits and I got a fat ass and I got thick thighs and I got small little chubby hands and I'm buff and I work out and I got small little fat, feet. So this is who I am and this is how you take me, or I'm out. Peace. Unconditional love of everybody's support for you. That's what keeps you going. That's what keeps me going. I don't know about anybody else, but also with that, it's, I want to make a better life for myself and for my family, and I'm not going to let your opinion and your opinion and your opinion and all these other little opinions tell me that I can't do something, because I'm doing it. I really had to learn that I had to learn my worth, you know, like I am in this game, I'm here to stay, and if you doubt me, I'm so sorry because I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to dominate this world. And I want other brands and I want other companies to see that looking one way is it's not going to fit every other market in the whole wide world. You're missing other demographics. You're missing other target markets that need to be addressed to, and they need to be in the spotlight as well. So that's what I'm here for. Oh, thank God you celebrity people love to dress up your babies like you, because now we get cute clothes in the kids section. Yes, holla, no more of that Dora the Explorer shit. So that's awesome. My style game has amped up, and we're in this day and age that it has been, you know, so, whew. And yeah, and showing the world that I'm here, and this is me, and this is all you're gonna get, and you better be happy. So a little simple, easy question. How old am I? I am actually 23 years old. A lot of people will think that I'm either 17 or I'm like 30 something years old, and it kind of just, it fluctuates. It's either I get carded at the bar or I don't get carded at the bar. You know, everybody knows how to get in those bars at 18. So it's just like, I'm 23. I'm learning, I'm discovering still. I know I'm young, but I'm a little bit more of ahead of my game than a lot more people think. So, okay, so the last most important question, and it's the most debated question, and it's how I feel about the M word, which is midget, dwarf, and little person, and just titles in general. So, first of all, I do not and will never ever tolerate or like the word midget. If you use it around me, I will literally just look at you blankly and stare at the audacity that someone so stupid could be standing in front of me using that word. So, it's a derogatory word. You know, it's really offensive, and it's a word that we didn't come up with. It's what you guys came up with. Just like the N word, just like you're using any other word that's hurtful to anybody else. So it really wasn't on us. It's on you guys. For you guys to be creating these harmful words for everybody in this world. Why is that necessary? Why do you have to call me a midget? I understand that that's the literal definition of small, petite, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I fucking get it. But it's rude and it's hurtful. It really is. Just like the N-word. You're not going to go and use that out in public unless you're a fucking asshole, right? Okay. If you are literally like that and you're on my channel, get off. And stop and unfollow me, because there is absolutely no need for us to continue you even seeing my face. You don't even deserve it. So it's in this day and age that we're coming up with these words to hurt each other over and over again. Why? As long as you are literally you're nice to me, and you come up to me politely. Little person is okay, because that's literally what I am. I prefer a little person over anything else. And dwarf is okay with me as well, but I actually prefer more of a little person. But we do have, we are dwarves because it's a dwarfism effect, I'm not speaking for anybody else in general. This is just my opinion, and I'm not saying that everybody else needs to feel this or everybody else in the world is like this, so do not approach them just based on that. And honestly, fuck the titles. Just come and say hi. You don't need to say anything else. Yo, I'm Drew. How you doing? This is me. Come up and say, hey, Brian. Yo, it's okay. You shouldn't have to think so hard about that. We're literally just people. Literally. I will talk to you about sports. I will talk to you about weather. I will talk to you about LA Fashion Week if you guys want to talk about that. I will talk to you about how I'm obsessed with the Friends show. Hello, Joey Tribbiani, how you doing? Type shit. So I'm literally you shouldn't even be considering us anything less, because honestly, we're the best. So, yeah, that was the last question. Okay, guys, so that's the end of this YouTube segment. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned a little something about Mimi, I know I got a little attitude. I know I got a little sass to it. I'm working on it, kind of. That's me. I hope you guys learned and loved discovering who I am. So just leave the comment, ask the question, and maybe in the next like third or fourth episode, I'll be doing another quick Q&A and I can get more questions together. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys, and don't forget to comment and subscribe.